Hi, guys. It's officially the first live podcast of Embody Your Power. I will check if you hear me well and if we are really online. And we start soon. I invite you to install and to close all the distraction so you can be relaxed and listen to this information that I'm sure will ignite your desire to explore more the tantric kink rituals and the conscious BDSM also. Okay, so now we are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. I will check that. So again, let's all close the phone. And now I will talk to you about conscious BDSM and TantricKink rituals. All right, let's go. Okay, so now take a deep breath with me. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This time is for you to relax and receive. So that won't be perfect at all. It's my first time, and I'm so happy to share with you all this knowledge, this information, and this experience also. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Lïa Ka, and I'm guiding couple and conscious leader to meet themselves deeper through authentic intimacy and tantric kink rituals, so they can embody their true, authentic power self, the king, the queen, the goddess that you are. In this podcast, it's a podcast of the Black Temple. If you don't know my Lïa Cosmic Temples, I invite you to have a look on the website. We'll like it. So it's the Black Temple. And we will talk about the benefits of conscious BDSM and tantric kink rituals for awakening consciousness. And I will talk to you about my own kink, the spanking, and how I love to spank some asses. All right. So now that you close all the distraction, now listen. One or two times by week, I will offer this podcast live on YouTube and on my Facebook page. I was supposed to do it on the Facebook group, but Facebook changed the rule. So I will share with you on the Facebook page, Embody Your Power. I invite you to join here to ask me your question during the live. I will answer them at the end. And for those who are looking in replay, I can also answer them. And so now we will talk first. I will give you some point for today. And we will talk first about what is really conscious BDSM and tantric kink rituals. I will go through the false belief, some definition of BDSM, conscious BDSM, Tantra, what are the reason why the Tantra and the conscious BDSM are similar, what is exactly tantric kink rituals, and then we will talk about which kind of people exploring the tantric kink rituals. And I will share with you also my own story about this field, and we will feel it in our body, what the tantric kink can bring us, and really inside our body and experience. And I will share with you my personal kink, as I said, the spanking. And for those who want to go further and want more and to learn more, I will just show you quickly what are my offering, which kind of initiation I'm offering. But for sure, this whole podcast will be more into giving you the information. And at the end, there is some gift to win. So each week, I will choose a person that I will offer a 1 hour free talk coaching with me. So we can talk in detail about what is your experience, and I can give you some advice, some feedback, but also some tools about where you are right now. So this is a gift to win, and each week I will choose someone. And to know how to participate, you will know at the end. And then I will answer your question. So at the end, they will have a time to ask and to answer question. Right. So remember each time to breathe, because even if I'm talking to you, this time is for you to start already now to relax in your body, because I'm here for that. I'm here to guide you to relax in your body, to relax your nervous system, to connect more with who you are, what is here, what is true for you. Connect with your body, your desire, and express your limits, and really move into what you really want to experience in your life. Okay, take a deep breath with me again. And just open to receive this exciting information. So I'm sure it will ignite your desire to explore more, as you said, the conscious BDSM, the tantric kink rituals. All right. So first step, what is really conscious BDSM and the tantric kink rituals? So before to tell you more like the definition, I will tell you like 6 common false belief about BDSM. Because each people, whatever, no matter if you are advanced in your awakening path, or if you don't even know what is an awakening path, and you saw some BDSM in the TV or on internet, and you heard about something, there is a lot of false belief, and not just false belief, but some preconception of it that do not give you the desire to explore it. And now I will explain to you how much it can be so much powerful tool for you, and such a beautiful path for you to know yourself more, and a safe and positive way. So I want you now, with all your full attention, I want you to write to me in comments already, what is the first belief that come into your mind when I'm telling you about BDSM? And you can also write about Tantra. What is your common belief about it, or what you heard about that? How do you perceive this? So if you have even some resistances, limited belief, like negative belief about it, please write it to me so we can see, what is more common into the society to hear about these fields. You can even pause the video if you're looking at it on replay. During this time, I will just check who is online. Hello, hello. Yes, amazing. Continue to write them. I can see your comments here. Limits. Yeah. What about limits? Tell me more about it. Right. What are the false belief, like the negative belief about BDSM and Tantra? So now I will tell you like 6 of them, and 6 that I felt that was interesting to share with you. And so for me, the first one I will tell you. And by the way, welcome to this podcast, and thank you to be here, and thank you to receive this information. Okay, so there is some comments about oxytocin. Yeah, so this is more a positive one, actually. Yeah, good, good, good. So there is also people that already initiated, if I can say, and that will love this also. So the first one for me is that BDSM is only for extreme, weird things and crazy people. So for sure, BDSM for me it's a vast and infinite world. So it's like you was raised into a circle, like a society rules and a way to live, what is good, what is bad, and we grow into this very restrict way of seeing life. Okay, no matter if it's supposed to be good or wrong, it's just that it's limited. And when you start to tap into the BDSM world, it's like opening a door. And the same when we talk about a matrix, or when we talk about, I don't know in English how to say it, the rabbit and the Alice au Pays des Merveilles, like Alice and I don't know, Wonderland, I think is the word in English. And so it's like you entering in something that is so huge and so unknown and so vast, so infinite, that it's scary. And and at the same time, yes, it's so huge and so infinite. So there is so different things, like BDSM for sure. There is so extreme things and crazy people also for sure. So I will not say no, but it's not only that. And there is some ways to explore even through BDSM and all the kind of kink, of experiences, that you can do it in a safe way. And first of all, when you entering this infinite, huge universe, what it's teaching you, it's the real needs to reconnect directly with your needs, your boundaries, your desire. And because you cannot do everything, for sure you will feel your limits. You cannot say, oh no, I don't have any limits. If you say you don't have any limits, it's because you don't know them, but for sure you have some. So there is so extreme experience that can be that are allowed in this infinite universe, that you cannot explore all. And for sure you will, um, soon or later, you will find and feel what are your limits. So it's extremely powerful to learn about yourself. So yes, there is some extreme weird things, and there is also like soft exploration of BDSM that is possible. And you don't need to love the pain to explore BDSM. I think I would add this one, like a 7 one, no pain. And so this is a point also, and a belief that people think that you need to love to feel pain to explore BDSM. So you don't need to love that. And what is pain? Pain can be explored even very subtly and very in a hard way. So for example, me, I don't like at all like hard pain. I don't like when my body have like marks, and I don't like body to be hurt. But some people like that, and there is also good things about this kind of experience. When you feel the pain, the more intense, there is some special, how do you say in English? Yeah, like oxytocin, as you said, um, hormones that's flowing into our body. And this is why we're exploring also with BDSM. There is really something like in your body that's happening with the release, with the mix of the pain and the pleasure, and really in the mind. There is like release in the mind, release in the body, release in the emotional body also, and in the energetic for sure. So it's like a all dimension release. But now we're speaking more about the false belief. It's like I'm so passionate about this topic, so I can speak to you more in the positive way and all the benefits of it. So yeah. So I will say a pain. It's another point. So you can explore BDSM, and even if you don't really like to feel pain. And another point will be like people thinking that BDSM is like what they see in porn, so online in porn. So I'm not interesting about porn, but for sure like the few times I saw in my life what is made in porn, I for sure what you can see in porn about BDSM for sure will be very more intense and not really appropriate for all people. So just remember that BDSM is a wild and huge, infinite world, and you cannot like everything. And what do you see about BDSM? It's just what the people you see like, and there is so much to discover in it. So people think it's dangerous. So again, I will explain it better, especially in the conscious BDSM. For sure, if you're going to see like a dominatrix, like you don't know the person and it's like random, or someone tell you that, yeah, I like to play with you in BDSM, but there is no talk, no, like explanation and a conscious way to doing it. For sure, it can be dangerous, and it's why the BDSM, the conscious BDSM, is very important for me. That it's really conscious, and through the conscious BDSM, now BDSM can become a powerful tool for awakening consciousness and to release even some traumas can be released through that. So it's not like a therapeutic modalities, but for sure there is some traumas can be released through that also. And re-experience also. So it's why people think it's dangerous. So it's really important. And no matter which kind of rituals and like, new experiences that you want to go through, even if we talk about like ceremonies, like with the medicine, or no matter, all what can be intense, for sure you need someone like safe to explore, and to explore it in the right way, to not be traumatized even more. Okay. So another point, another common false belief that I saw a lot is that, especially for men, they think that it's not BDSM and like being dominated, especially being dominated by a woman, for example, it's not for alpha men. And I like that. I like this because it's turned me on um, to create space for alpha men to explore this and finally realize that they love it, and they love to surrender to a women. And why they don't like that usually is because all the society, you know, associates like submission, domination, and we are in the patriarchal society where man is supposed to be strong and that way and that way, and it's not like everyone that is ready to be confident and feel safe to surrender to someone. So yes, this is another point. So two last points. Oh yeah, for couple, there is some people that really desire to explore this, and for example, they are in couple, and there is some people that think that it's not possible for them to come in couple to come to see and meet a domina, because BDSM usually is taught by dominatrix, mistresses, and it's the good way, you know, to learn from directly the experience and not just the explanation of it, but really receive the experience of it. And so some people think that because they are in couple, they cannot come to see a domina. And there is a couple of more emotional thing about that. It's more like, for example, the man will be interesting to have this kind of experience, and sometimes the woman can feel like not comfortable to have this experience with a woman that is her power, and so it can shake something, you know, in the relationship between women and in the couple, and there is a couple of emotional field, you know, and moving field in this area, and it's really interesting for couple to discover the BDSM with a real teacher, with someone that really can introduce this in a safe way, and and feel good and safe with that person, and also feel good to explore the different dynamic. For example, the couple can explore the man and the women, the both can explore the dominant path, the dominant state, and also the submissive state. And it's really important for me is to um, to create this space in my work, for example, to create this space that where they can explore in different ways, and it's not just one way. And so when the couple come to a domina, it's a possibility that is opening, and it's new. It's new because now with all BDSM come to more mainstream with some movies and all, and we start to have some teaching, you know, like trainings about domination. So and now we can do uh, like for me is TantricKink. That's like domination with couple to teach them and to bring them in that field also. And before it was not possible. It was more like women doing this only for men the most of the time, and so it was a different energy. Most of the time, one man come to see like a classical dominatrix, if I can say. Um, it's more like men that are in couple, but going to see the domina without saying to them partner. So now we coming to open another paradigm, another way to experience it, and to experience your couple. So, for example, in my practice, I receive only real, truly single men or women, the both, or couple. And it's really important for me that to to know that the person that will come will not like cheat, if I can say, to the couple, and more like open the field so the couple can open the talk together and starts to be authentic and real in their desire, and instead of thinking that oh, it's not possible, she don't like that, or he don't like that, he will never want that, and I cannot express myself and be myself with my partner. The goal is to have this safe and sacred space to be able to be more authentic with your partner. So now, yeah, I'm starting to talk more about more like the tantric kink rituals, but coming back to just the normal classical BDSM, the last common false belief for me, it's to feel like it's too expensive. There is some people that think like BDSM, coming to see a dominaz, is like a very expensive thing. And yes, it is more expensive, like when you go to see even a therapist and another kind of exploration and experience. And it's because it's a special space where you can explore things that you cannot do anywhere else. And there is some people, for example, that have a fetish, and I will tell you more about what is a fetish and what is a kink in a few minutes. Um, but someone, for example, have a like a repressed desire that he feel for a while, inside for like a lifetime, and don't feel comfortable to talk to people about this, and asking themselves if they are weird, or if there is a problem with them. And it's all about like the repressed desire that the society don't allow, and it's like a taboo. and and now you feel you meet someone where you feel it's possible to explore this taboo, this special thing that you feel really that you need and want to explore, but you cannot talk to it to normal people, if I can say. So this is very precious, and especially in again what I'm doing, it's more like rituals. So we create like a special sacred space, like a safe and authentic space where you can be yourself, and open your limits, open the way you want to open, while learning how to express your real boundaries and your real desire and needs. And so it's a deep space, and yeah, so it's normal that it's just for people that really are ready to invest also in their own, exploration and expansion, because um, it will serve, yes, the sexuality, but also who you are, because you expressing who you are more in all the area of your life, and embody the power self, what I call the power self. It's like embodying the powerful version of you, and to really involve and yeah, embody the person that you want to become. Yeah. So some definition about BDSM, and just the normal BDSM, if I can say. What's that mean, BDSM? So BD for bondage and discipline. Bondage is all what the kind of experience when you restrict for example, the shibari. People like that. I love it also. Like, but bondage is like restricting the senses, and the movement, the body, etc. And the discipline DS, domination and submission. So this is the dynamic, and you playing. It's like a playground for adults. So you're playing with different dynamics, and the submission is the person, the person that will submit is the person that will release and be held with from the other person. And when you are in this state, you really can surrender and relax deeply and know that the person that will guide you, the dominant, will take care of you and know what to do with you. So it's something like, when people love um, hypnosis, and so there is people that love in hypnosis and other don't like and are afraid of it. So it's really relates to to your capacity to surrender. So the people that love hypnosis and the feeling of it, it's because they like and they love to surrender, to relax and know that someone taking care of you. And it's a reminder, like in the subconscious, of when we were children, and like someone else will take care and choose and take the decision. And and when people don't like hypnosis or are afraid of that, and they are afraid of losing control, and I don't say that it's not a good thing, huh? I just say that it's an experience, and it's people that are afraid to lose control, and that have trouble to deeply relax and feel safe to let someone else guide. So that can be a powerful, deep experience to play with these dynamics. So the dominant state is more the person that will be in charge. And there is also a common belief, I can come back to it, like uh, like the dominant will do whatever he wants to the sub, and it's not real, especially in the conscious BDSM. And so in the BDSM, it's so wild and so huge, and all people have different ways of seeing it and experiencing it. So I cannot talk about um, the experience of each people of BDSM, but especially in conscious BDSM, it's really relates to the connection of the people. So between the dominant and the sub, and usually, so it's another false belief. As I said, usually people tend to think that the dominant is in control, but the sub is really the one that is in control behind. It's why I'm saying that. It's because, yes, in the play, in the what's happening, it's the dominant that will it be in charge and take care of, decide, of the situation. But in the conscious BDSM, you will always be aware of the needs of the sub and the state, to be sure it's good. And we have all codes for that to communicate clearly. And I will talk to it soon also. And so it's like the sub, even if he surrender, he choose to surrender to this dominant. So he is in control to his own surrender. So it's really interesting to experience and to understand, all this kind of dynamic, and how we can play and while being safe. So DS, I was explaining, always, speaking, I want to give you so much information. So we was talking about what is BDSM. So the BD, bondage, discipline. I'm sorry, I'm taking a water. DS for domination and submission, and SM for sadism and masochism. So this is the part that is more seen in through the people that don't know BDSM, and especially these two words are very strong, like sadism and masochism, and it's about liking to create pain into someone else, or to like receiving pain. And so in BDSM, yes, we're playing with pain, but not just that. But yes, we're playing with pain. And yes, it can be in different kind of intensity. You don't need to like to receive pain or to give pain to explore the BDSM world. And there is some people, yes, that love to feel the pain and go more to uh, extreme experience with that. But it's not just the experience. It's very, very infinite universe and vast universe, as I said. And this infinite universe is here for you to explore yourself. It's wide, it's infinite, uh, about the possibility of experience, and it's a playground for you to explore what, to open yourself to what is beyond the limits that the society teaches in our mind. And it's not about crossing law and things like this, but it's to go beyond the limit that we have in our mind and what we think is possible, and even discover like new things and new desire and new. And it's that's happened to me with the kink that I will explain to you also, so my kink. And so to talk to you about kink and fetish now, and what is a kink and what is a fetish, and what's the difference between the both. So the kink is something you like, something that turn you on, but you don't really need it to get off and to have an orgasm, for example. So we're speaking really in the sexuality world right now. And the fetish, the difference with the fetish is more like an obsession. But an obsession for something like usually is not, uh, it can be not related to the sexuality. So usually we hear a lot about the foot fetish, for example, but there is so much, everything can be a fetish. Like every fabrics can be a fetish, every part of the body that is not sexual can be a fetish. And you can even try to say one, like for example in the comments. I would love for you to write me now. So please write me now in the comment, just like killing, like just for the fun. Imagine what could be a fetish, like which weird part of the body, like no one you will expect that can be a fetish, like behind the knees, or of like the nail, or the air, or like a part of the body. So write to me for you, your thinking, what can be a fetish. And I will love to see what you will write. And other thing, like balloon, of so much thing can be a fetish. So we can explore that in another podcast. But the difference, so you understood that, is the kink. It's like, yes, you like that, yes, it's turning you on, but the fetish is more like an obsession. Like people that have a fetish, like almost cannot like have an orgasm without that. And and me to share with you more like in a intimate way. and I will speak about it a little more soon. My fetish, my own fetish, is the booty. And I realized that when I was in training, like a dominatrix training, and I was exploring, all the possibilities or what the kinks and fetishes that was existing, and I just realized that I always love asses, love booty, and I didn't even realize that it was something special for me, like at that level. And now that I realize that, and I even wonder that is it really a kink or it can be a fetish for me. How much I love it. So yeah, and I love to spank the booty, no matter if it's a man, a woman. I love it. I'm coming from Guadeloupe, and we are a really sexual community in Guadeloupe. Like it's our culture is really sexual, like with dancing, like zouk and things. So I was raised in this culture, and the more the women have a big booty, the better it is. And we call it in Creole, we call it the banda mate, banda mate, and it's like, yeah, the big booty. And yeah, so now coming back to definition. um, what is conscious BDSM compared to the classical BDSM, if I can say. So, especially in the conscious BDSM, for sure, it's the conscious part. It's like how to use BDSM in a conscious way, and to learn about ourselves and to experience BDSM in a safe way. And so we're talking about consent. And consent, it's all about the communication, first with yourself, to know what you really want, to take the time to feel in your body what are your true desire, your true needs, and your true boundaries, and not what you think you're supposed to, and how to express it to your partners and to people, and how to accept and welcome the no's of people when people put them boundaries, them on express them on consent or non-consent, how to receive all that and not taking it personally, but just like seeing that it's a good thing because people are expressing what they really want or need. So conscious BDSM, it's really an exploration and an expression of the self. So again, in this vast world, we can explore so many things, but express ourselves through this experience and find our own deep, authentic expression through that. I will write it. You will hear my tapping, like ASMR. All right. So clear communication, boundaries, desire, need, and the deep connection, first with yourself and then with your partner, like authentic and deep connection. So it's a safe playground for us. And that made me think about a challenge that I have on my website that I offer. It's a how do you sense it, online program. Like it's already many. It's a 10 days challenge, and it's all about for single, but also for couple, to have a container to know how to explore. So this is like some main information for you to be able to express and to know what is your desire and to feel in your body, to really dive into your body and be more embodied and to have the experience like more in the presence of yourself and with your partner. So this is a 10 days, I call it 10 days deeper tantric kink experience. It's because it's like really a framework. So it's not about how you spank or how you're doing things. It's more to have the framework, to have the safe word, to have, how to express with your partner your needs and your desire, and have this framework to be able to play so with your partners and yourself also. And I create that first at the beginning for people, and especially for men at the first step, to have this experience before to come with me in session. So it's why I create this at the beginning, and I saw that it was very powerful for couple also to have this framework. So if you can see on my website, there is a link for it. So it's in the Black Temple for those who are interested. And now, what is Tantra? So obviously, very few words about Tantra. It's very quick because it's so huge, so deep, so vast, tantric. And most of people know Tantra because of the sexual Tantra, the sexual part of Tantra, but it's way more big, and it's like a philosophy of life, It's very huge. So now I will just say a few words and a few main things about Tantra that I think is important to say. So through Tantra, you explore the importance of the breath, the presence, the deep connection to yourself first, and then with your partner, and how to explore your intimacy in a more connected and present way, conscious way. So it's not just, okay, boom, 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 and go fast and just thinking about the release and the orgasm and using the person for that. It's more about really be here and present to meet the person, to meet yourself, and to meet your partner at a deeper level. And in Tantra, we're using the sexual energy for awakening consciousness. So in Tantra, it's already a tool. Sexual energy, it's already a tool for awakening consciousness, to know yourself better and to become a better person, a more conscious person, and more in your power also. And so, as I said, it's much more than sexuality. And the tantric path in general, not just with the sexual part, the tantric part, it's a path of the union of the polarities, the feminine, the masculine, the bad, the good, the conscious, the unconscious, the adult, the child, and all the polarized world where we are in. The tantric path, it's the union of the polarities. So as I just said, also unite the bad and the good, what we think is bad and what we think is good. And that path, that tantric path, teach you to dive fully into the life experience through your body. So it's really a grounded and path and experience. And so to dive fully into the experience, no matter if you're feeling attraction or repulsion about the thing. So we have desire, we have things that we really want to avoid, and it means something. So the tantric path teach you, instead of really keeping the thing that you really want and repulsing, and avoiding what you don't like. It's more about diving into it until you release the attachment with this kind of experience and grow through this experience. So I'm not talking about keeping doing like something like is toxic for you or something like this. It's really something that I just share it with you quickly, but can be expressed for hours. And so it's a huge the tantric path. It's very a philosophy of life. So for sure, it's even tantra. Even if we don't speak about BDSM, even tantra is not for all people. It's for people for sure that are willing to feel and dive into the intensity of their own full experience of life and grow through it. So it's for people that are ready and desire to grow and and face the fear and all also. So this is tantra. And three reasons why tantra and conscious BDSM are similar. Wait, I will just check. I want to share with you a lot of things, and we are already like 50 minutes talk. All right, but we are good. You can hear that and listen to it wherever you are and what you do. So this is three reasons why Tantra and conscious BDSM are similar. And a lot of people don't know that. And I just see that I forgot to write this, so I will tell you. So Tantra and conscious BDSM. They are both, as you can understand now that I talked to you before, they are both tools for awakening consciousness, to discover and explore all the part of you, to love all the part of you, and to find more union into yourself and with your life and partner, obviously. Like the two polarities, like the light and the dark, and the tantric experience like bring you to feel what is really true for you, and also the BDSM help you to really be here and present in your body. So the both bring you to here and now in your body. And no matter if it's through a BDSM with a play, even through pain and experience, it's such different experience that we are used to do. So all our consciousness are here to feel, okay, wow, if I'm submitted to a domina, this person is guiding me and telling me things that I'm not used to hear. And so all my brain will be here and now to understand what I'm supposed to do, and and do the things right, and and be fully in the experience. And the tantric path also, the tantric experience, bring you to your body with the breath, the sound, the movement, and expressing what is really here. So be here now. They are tools for awakening consciousness, so you can understand more yourself. And so I want you to write me also right now. Even if you are doing this in replay, it will be so interesting to see the answer of all people. So for you, what will be the one reason, what will be the reason why Tantra and conscious BDSM are similar? Write it to me so I can see it. BDSM, the exploration of the self, the body, the sexuality. So that could be another reason. And we will find even more reasons. So I invite you to write me. But for now, I will tell you like another reason. They are similar. They are paths and tools for you to explore your sexuality in a different way, in the way that you like it and you want it. And no, because you heard about this and you think you're supposed to like this thing and this way, and all women and is supposed to do this and like this and doing this to the person and the man or the partner, and oh, man is supposed to like this thing and do this thing, and you release all your belief about what you're supposed to like or dislike, and start again by exploring like from scratch. It's like you're starting to feel in your body, no matter if it's BDSM or tantra, you feel in your body what you really need, what you really want or not want. And I will go even further in that moment. It's not because yesterday you liked something that you will like it today. So this is really two paths of experiential but explorational explorational sexuality. And now that's bring me to tell you about more the tantric kink rituals. So kink, why kink? We using the word kink to relate to BDSM often, and especially in the conscious field, we talk about tantric kink as the union of the tantra and BDSM, because we are a lot of people that understood they are linked, and even if they seem so different, they really transmitting some initiation, like some really deep knowledge and experience that are connected. So it is not just me that talking about tantric kink. You will discover more about it, but I will explain to you what tantric kink rituals is for me, because I'm doing that in the form of rituals. And so what is tantric kink rituals? So for me, it's the modality that I create, inspired by the union of the tantra and BDSM. And why rituals? Because we create a special moment, a momentum in a safe and sacred space for you to explore yourself and also explore with your partner. So it starts with yourself, your body, and then your connection, your deep, authentic intimacy with your partner also. So it's all about authentic, deep intimacy, emotional, sensual, sexual, and playful intimacy. So at all the level of your being, through all your bodies, your dimension, you will experience the initiation. You know, the experience is felt in all your being, your physical body, but also your emotional body, your energetic body, and also in your mind. So it's all your being is present to experience new sensation, new pleasure, release the past experience to really update your being, and being fully embodied in your truth, in your authentic power self. This is the goal of all the tantric kink rituals. So in my world, I'm doing that in different ways. So as I told you, the different kind of intimacy, emotional, sensual, sexual, playful, I create like different temples. It's like different space where we can explore different type of intimacy. So for example, the white temple is especially for emotional intimacy, and how to explore with the Kundalini. So with tools to be autonomous, to manage the energy and the emotion, and how to be connected more with your body and deal with your emotion, and in a really embodied way with the somatic modalities. And the sensual part is like the pink temple. So it's a space where you can explore more your sensuality and deepen your presence in your body while you refining your sensitivity. You are refining your senses. So it's helping you to be even more in your body, and the sensual way help you to activate your sexual energy. So I'm telling it again, when you are sensual, like you feel your body and you dive into your sensation, you activate, it's not an obligation, you can activate your sensual, your sexual, sorry, your, oh, okay, we tell it again to be sure you understood. So when you activate your senses through sensuality, you can activate your sexual energy. And that we can call also Kundalini, even if the sexual energy is just a form and state of the full Kundalini, that is your life force. So you can listen it again. You can listen this sentence again. And I could explain it more in another podcast. I will talk about more the Kundalini, the sexual energy, and the different state of the Kundalini also. And the red temple is the sexual temple, is the sexual intimacy. It's more, for now, it's more like for me to teach men how to manage their sexual power, how to, restrain aging, and, master then sexual energy. And it's also about energetic sex. So how to, because you are really connected with your emotional body, because you activate your senses with the sensuality and also your sexual energy, now you can even have orgasm. So yes, it's possible. For those who don't know, I know there is some people that hearing that know that, but you can have orgasm, full body orgasm, as we call them, energetic orgasm. There is some different word about it. Even without to be touched, even without stimulation or sexual stimulation, just through the energy, you can feel in your body, in all your body, in your brain, your whole nervous system, some release and ecstasy. And the last temple is for the playful intimacy. It's the black temple. And this podcast is a black temple podcast. So we talk about BDSM. So in the other kind of podcast and temples, we talk about the different kind of intimacy. So I'm sure you will be interesting. If it's not already the case, I invite you to subscribe, to the YouTube channel, ring the bell, so you will receive the next podcast, and like follow and share, and do all this thing of of social media, so you can be aware. And even if you are in the mailing list, that will be the best. Like this, you will be sure to receive the next podcast and information that you like. So now, which kind of people exploring TantricKink ritual? I want to tell you more. I even asked me if I'm cutting this in two because I want to talk to you more about the spanking. I want to talk to you more about my own story, about how I arrived here, how as a tantric domina, and my discovery of that. And now I will talk to you for now about which kind of people exploring tantric kink ritual. And so then I will see if I'm cutting it, and I will do another one to share with you the story and the kink. All right. Another part of it. Yes. All right. So, which kind of people exploring tantric kink rituals? At first, normal people. Normal people. It's not like weird people. It's like common people, and even people maybe that can be your neighbor or your friend, and you don't know because they don't want to say about it. Maybe, I don't know. Um, but most of all, like especially in tantric kink ritual, it's more the conscious, the people in conscious awakening, and the conscious leaders, the people that explore like for a while, they're on their own path, and they know that's how is important, like the somatic part, like coming back to the body, release with sound, breath, movement, how much it's important. And they already, have had experience about connecting with them emotion. So there is some people also that are new for that. So it's already also, I mean, an invitation for you to start, to start your own exploration. And but most of all, it's like people that want or need to have more nourishing sexuality, to feel good and confident in their body, to dare to fully being themselves, no matter the judgment of people. Usually, it's people that want or need to express their boundaries, their needs, their desire clearly. They want to communicate better with their partner. They want to release and need to release the past emotional pain or old patterns, painful patterns. They want to feel safe in their body, and even, you know what? There is also a lot of people that come to me. It's people that want to have a better relationship with money. I didn't talk about money in that podcast, but this is a whole topic that I will cover for sure in the next upcoming topic and an upcoming podcast. So the relationship with money and how it's related with sexuality and relationship, and how we can make love with money in a good and safe and positive and conscious and spiritual way, and how even we can be spiritual but being powerful and having money. And yes, it's possible. So I don't know if I'm sharing with you my story right now. Okay. I will talk to you more about the whole story with BDSM another time. But now, as I promised, I will talk to you a little about my own kink. So, and I can explore it better. I think I will just tell you like a little, but I can like do a special topic for it in a full, like complete podcast to share with you how much powerful the spanking, the sacred spanking, as I like to call it, is an amazing tool for awakening consciousness. It's really wow when I realized that. Yeah, so in the next podcast, I will talk about it more, and especially for the spanking, sacred spanking. And now I will just share with you so how I discover my kink. As I told you a little before, it's like when I was in my tantric, not tantric, sorry, my dominatrix academy training that I did like in I don't remember 2 years ago now. So in 2020, if I remember well. And so I was exploring all the different kind of kink and seeing like, oh my God, there is something that no way, I will never do that. No way, I don't want to do that. And doing so much pain of the person with some marks, or doing like needles. For those who know that, I won't explain it in this podcast. But yeah, I was exploring and say, okay, no, this thing, no, at all, never, never me, never me. And now I realize that, oh, actually, I always love booty, and I always remember this time where I was going to work like a few years ago, and I was in going out of the metro, and this girl, this woman with the white pants, she made my day. Like she had a huge fucking how do you call it, like string, and with a transparent white pen. And I will always remember that day. I was just behind her, so with the stair that was coming up, I was seeing like this, and with the light, and it was like a special moment for me. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And before that, for sure, I love booty before that, but this is a moment that reminds me how much I love them. And even with men, like all these last years, I have a lot of experiences, different kind of it in the tantric world, and I was seeing myself with men, like asking them, asking them. I mean, do you mind if instead of coming in front of me, you just like lying down on your belly and I'm just rub into your ass? And I was like, I hope you won't find me so weird. But I was starting to express my real desire, and that was even before the Domina Academy. But in this academy, in the training, when I realized that actually I always love asses and spanking, and all this last year that I explored with the spanking with men and women, and I really realized that was really a thing for me. And so since I realized that, I continuing to explore it, while I realized that, oh, I can even make my whole career, like profession about spanking, and I will be happy too. And because I saw and I realized how much it was positive and powerful for people to receive it, and how much I like to give it also. So when you receive it, I will just give you just a thing, just um, a preview, like what I will talk about more in another podcast with the sacred spanking, when I will explain it more in detail. But I realize how much spanking was very amazing for Kundalini awakening, trauma release, to release, relax, and at the same time activate the nervous system. And how it can be powerful for the person to relax even deeper than they never did, before, and feeling safe, and communicate how to learn that the person, by receiving spanking, that can learn how to communicate them needs through the experience, by saying if it's enough, too much, and again, if you want to learn more about that, you have on the Black Temple, Lïa Cosmic Temples, you have the 10 days challenge with the codes, with how to express, and the safe word, and how to explore. But so yeah, I really realized how much it was powerful, useful, like efficient for the awakening consciousness and the modulation, like the harmony of the nervous system, and how much I like it. So I create like an offer in Guadeloupe, because spanking, I don't really interesting about spanking on internet. So only for people in Guadeloupe, I'm offering a spanking session. But but yeah, we'll talk to you more about all this. So now I just invite you to have a look on the website, and you will find more information, and you will see what I'm doing also if you are interested to go further. So I won't take the time in this podcast to explain more about which kind of initiation I'm doing, because we are already like 1 hour past. And but I will give you more and more information with next podcast and topic. And remember that this is a podcast of the Black Temple about BDSM, and the upcoming Sacred Spanking podcast, and for this temple. But there will be also different kind of podcast, different temples. So about emotion, about Kundalini, about sensuality, about money, how to create, how to experience money differently. I'm I'm creating like what I call like a different kind of experience, like kinky money, or money as lover, how to make love with money, or how to explore your shadows, your relationship with money, and how to um, explore it in a way, like in a kinky way, like with the dynamic with dominant and submission. So yeah, there is so much coming, and I will be so happy to have you on live in the next time. So this is the first one, but at one point maybe I would be in video also. And so now I will just tell you, um, yeah, I will tell you about the gift to win, how you can win the gift. And I invite you to write to me two things in the chat right now. I invite you to write to me if there is a subject, like a special temple that I just talked about, that if there is a subject that you prefer, that you really want me to cover, so I can cover it sooner, the sooner I can. And secondly, I want you to share to me already if you have some question. So the time I'm explaining to you how you can win the gift, I will receive your question so I can answer it, and we will finish the call soon. Okay, so write me your question and your desired next topic if you have one. So now, and thank you, by the way, thank you to be here. Thank you to take the time. I know that 1 hour listening is something, but I'm sure you find a lot of good information, interesting and enlightening information about BDSM, Tantra, and TantricKink rituals. So how to win the gift. So what is the gift? The gift, as I said before, it's each week I will offer 1 free hours. So a free 1 hour talk coaching with me. So it's a 1 hour coaching where I can receive, listening exactly where are you in your path, what is your need, what is your question, and give you direct feedback, advice, and even tools for you to embody more your power, your king, your queen, your goddess. And with all what I know, with all, the different temples and the embodiment and the empowerment, what can be very useful for you where you are right now. So this is the gift, and each week I will choose one person that will have the most interaction with the post that I invite you to do. So this is the way to win the gift. So no matter if you're listening this podcast live or in replay, even if it's like for a few months after, like I mean, for lifetime, the time I will offer this, I will do it. So I will do it the longer that I can. So to offer a free coaching each week. And so first thing, so I want you to write it down right now. Take a paper or something like to write, or on your phone somewhere. And first, you share the podcast, so you share the video on your social media by saying what was your main breakthrough. What was your main breakthrough? I want you to tag me. So second, I want you to tag me my Facebook page that is called Embody Your Power. So I want you to tag me so I can see your post easily. And when you write your shares, I want you to ask a question to your community. Whatever question that coming to you relates to the topic and relates to the breakthrough that you had, like this, they can also themselves, interact with you with this post. So first, share the podcast saying your main breakthrough. Second, tagging me, my Facebook page, Embody Your Power, so I can see your post, and ask a question to your community so they can interact with you on this topic. And each week I will choose one person and offer the talk coaching. I can't wait to share this with you. And now, as it's the first podcast, I see there is no really a question. I think if it's working well and bringing all this. Anyways, I will check it one step at a time. Each day I will check which person had comments and question in the comment chat part. So thank you to be here, and I will pay attention next time to doing it shorter, because I like to have a more like short information. I feel that our time is really precious. So I'm sorry that I've been taking this time, but I think it's really interesting for you to have all this knowledge and information. And yeah, I will be so happy to hear more from you, to see more in the how do you say, the comments, like for you to share with me what was, even if you don't want to participate to the gift, if you don't want to be seen, sharing this topic, I will be happy to have your feedback, how you experiencing it. You can write it to me in a PM also, if you really prefer. But my goal is to encourage you to embody your power and dare to be yourself, because even Facebook is supposed to be your community, your people, and your space to be yourself. All right. So with this word, thank you so much, and have a great day, evening, and weeks. I see you for the next podcast.